This is NEM 2014. It's a quick interview session with Nick Thorogood, Senior Vice President, Content and Marketing, Scripps Networks International. Thank you for joining us.
My pleasure.
First of all, what do you find really interesting with NEM? You've been last year and you are here now. Do you see any differences, in content-wise or panel-wise? Do you see any really development of that market, or probably starts the market in that part of Europe?
Definitely, I can see how the event is growing each year and gaining maturity with it. You can see by the participants here, you can see how the meetings are already happening from the beginning of the market right the way through. And for me, it's an important market to come to because this is a great area of growth and opportunity. There's a great deal of development with the platforms, and it's the perfect place to come and bring our content offering and hopefully get people excited about our programs and our channels.
What do you think? What people are desire as consumers? We're really talking a lot about the content and what audience wants. And what do you think? What will really be desirable for the people here in that part of Europe?
I think from a content perspective, you have to look at each of the different pieces of content as separate like a fruit basket. You have apples and oranges, pears and apples and bananas. And each different piece has a different value to the consumer. So sometimes you want that thing that everyone else is having. You want sport, you want international events, you want the latest movies. That's a big, juicy apple premium content right there. Sometimes you want to have something that's a bit quirky and different. Maybe you want a mango, and that, the content has to offer that choice. And sometimes you want something you can really rely on, a banana. Let's say the kind of channels that we look after, which are general entertainment channels with lifestyle at their heart. And it needs to be consistent, it needs to be good, it needs to be relevant, it needs to be something that people know and understand and want to watch and feel safe and happy watching. And I think you want that great mix. The interesting challenge for any market, and you can see it here at NEM this year, talking so much about content, is with all the technology changes, the delivery methods are moving forward so rapidly. Content really is king and becoming even more important than it has ever been. And it's essential, therefore, that you offer your consumers that great mix.
Yeah, when you're talking about the content, you've been involved with some kind of food channels and travel channels. Is that really growing? Is it still a place that you could put more money and more desirable for the audience and the public?
It is absolutely growing. It's going through the roof. In our measured markets, we can see that growth. Food Network in the UK launched 4 years ago, and we are now the #1 lifestyle channel, knocking everything out of the water. Even our second biggest competitor is only half our size, and some of the other similar channels in the market are a third of the size. So I think with content, it's always about providing your offering good quality content, people will come. But the genres we operate in tend to be universal truths in terms of people need. So people need to know about food. They have to eat, and therefore they enjoy food. But food is also very important because it's how you share love with your family. You sit down around a table and you share food. So I think, providing you find something that matters to the consumer, people love food, people love travel. Another of our brands, Fine Living, is really about homes and gardens and where you live. And people have to live in somewhere in a house, and they want to make that environment nice. So if you find those access points, then people will consume their content, and what we're finding is they're just consuming more and more and more of it.
It was a quick session interview. Thank you.
My pleasure. Thank you very much for having me.